guys, here is a video on why you shouldn't interrupt your enemies when they do mistakes. Now, by the way, you should ideally take Halo Blades and early game HP, but you know, my runes were a bit bad, but this still does work out. So, as a starter, we actually do want to not over push the wave. We don't want to particularly spin in either, because he will just hit the barrel, then basic us with his empowered. You know, trial by fire plus grasp, so we don't really want to do that, right? Now, what's interesting is you should intentionally eat a barrel here, and this is gonna be interesting, right? So this guy plays deep blade actually, just saying, and we eat the barrel. We basic attack and get his bomb plating, right? Now, two things you could do. Like a scenario, you could challenge this barrel, which is totally fine, or you could spin through it, and what's gonna happen is that he has to give up another barrel and he's gonna proc the barrel, right? But if he does proc the barrel, it gets a bit fucky, because it does seem like I'm kind of losing the fight. He did hit my minion as well, and now he did over push the wave pretty hard. Now, what you wanna do in this situation is that you ghost at him. I know it looks weird, guys, but he has no damage. Like, his damage comes from his barrels, his passive procs. If he has none of those, he's not hurting that hard. Now, what do we do now, guys? Both of us hit level 2 in one minion. He still has ignite, right? It's a bit fucky. I don't have the best runes either, sadly, right? Now, even with these shitty runes, you want to step up and zone him off of XP. We hit level 2, and as you guys can see, if he wants to step up for level 2, he's gonna die. So he's forced to position away. We are forcing him off XP. And this is what you want to do. You want to just allow your opponent to over push the wave, spin in, go for one swing, and now he's too low to lane. Now the wave is frozen and we're in a pretty good spot. Now in particular, you don't want to recall. You want to just sit around and actually farm up, get your level advantage. So by the time you will be level 3, he will be level 1. And then he's gonna be in a messy spot. Overall, this is very important to do into GP, where, you know, notably, again, you don't want to over push the wave with your E. You just want to time your all-ins properly, because Gangplank itself scales super well with Sheen. His Q provides him gold of minions, and his E can, if he hits his E, then he gets like gold of every single minion. So you got to think about it in a resource management perspective as well. I'm zoning him off of last hits, I'm soaking the XP. So XP is also more important early on, because Gangplank does get a massive power spike item Sheen. His barrels can store a Sheen proc and he can Q it for double Sheen procs. His Q gonna hurt way harder. So there are particularly problems with Gangplank getting his Sheen. And so that's what you want to deny as much as fast as possible. And what I really want to point out is that he is also like a big crit scaler. He really needs items. And as we can see, I'm level 3, meantime he's level 1. Now, let's get into another situation with Ambessa, right? Even there, I'm intentionally... by the way, I had wrong runes as well. Like, I played Grasp, it didn't really feel bad, but Hope would really pressure more. So in my opinion, Hope would be still better, because it does more than often match your E cooldown, and in particular Grasp is interesting into Ambessa because it helps with short trades, but it's not really that useful as far as I noticed, because you could swing in theoretically 1 or 2 basic attacks, if not more, during the Hope itself. So I don't really like, don't necessarily really like Grasp, because it doesn't feel like it contributes enough. You just simply get to pressure way more into this champion. She does have dashes. That's like the only like argument against Hope, is that she does have dashes. So both of them can work reasonably well, but Hope is definitely a bit more aggressive. You could go also Ignite, Ghost, your choice. Both of them are totally fine. And let's check out what do I do in laning phase itself. So again, we don't want to over push the wave. I know that there is this old cheese, you know, where you stack up your Fury, spin through the minions, and all in your opponent getting some Fury. But often, you're just gonna over push the wave, and they're gonna get more free CS that way. So this is kind of a noob stomper strat, if I may say so, where you spin through the first 3 minions when they're low, you all in your opponent, whatnot. You don't really wanna do that. Now, 2 things could happen. She plays it out safe, which means that, you know, she doesn't steps up this much, and You know, I arrived a bit late, so I'm a bit slower at stacking grasp. But again, same logic, we have bomb plating. I shouldn't go for a basic attack, by the way. I could bend swing in 2 actually if I was a bit faster. So what's happening here, guys? She's pushing the wave, she queued the whole wave. She's basicing it. Now, you wanna play with your Fury again, so too much you don't wanna over push the wave with your E, just observe how I spinned last time, by the way. Same thing, it comes down to lane wave management. Look how I spinned in. It only touched 1 minion, right? That's very important to pay attention to. Now, as far as you guys noticed, she does actually run, you know, generic stuff, sudden impact, secondary, I assume. He has like shield bash, grasp, all that very generic things, and we walk up. I'm not using my spin, guys, not at all, because if I'm using my spin on the wave, I'm gonna over push the wave and it's gonna be in a way worse state. It's gonna be in a way worse state. Tracking her Q cooldown, 14 seconds, it wasn't up, so I could punish there. Now, and this is like very important to watch out for. You want to slowly play it out. Sadly, my jungle doesn't pad stop lane, so we don't get like an easy peasy free kill. It does play TP as well, but just by wave managing correctly, we manage to pressure our opponent more. I get a nice spin in once he tries to Q. She does get her W off, she does dash out, but you know, we get a nice amount of value, and now the wave is slowly stacking up. And we get a nice 3 cal as well soon. But the good part is that, you know, if your opponent overstays, you can chunk them pretty hard, so there aren't really like a way that this could go wrong. In particular, you have a CS advantage, trying to zone her a little bit of last hits, trying to get the nice spin on her. I shouldn't try to basic at least there, but it was a slight misplay on my part. And yeah, dude, like, so far so good. We skip forward. We chunk her. Now in here I don't mind anymore to spin on the wave, just to put pressure on her HP bar. 2 points in E, so you're more likely to skill with spin. Because you really need like 1 basic, 1 spin. And this is gonna get interesting. I think Velvet. I think she's just gonna die actually, because she's... In here I could then actually like spin aggressively, so that was like a big mistake on my part. I overestimated her damage. I still get her flash, which is fine. And again, the wave is still in a nice state, but again, she does have TP and I don't. Perhaps I could then actually like spin in there, flash basic before her W is up, but oh well. It was a slight misplay on my part. Tracking her W cooldown. She still has a re-up, so it's a bit tough to like just go in, right? But particularly now she kind of fucked it up, because she wants to brute force the wave in, and we don't really allow that. As far as you guys notice, like we are allowing her to somewhat push, and now she may get a little bit overconfident here, but now we are able to punish her with a good W because she's too deep in lane. And my W, again, we don't have W skilled yet, now we skilled it. If I skilled it earlier on, it would be an easier fight, by the way. And now we kill it because she doesn't have flash. Now we push in the wave because she again plays TP, and we have time to push it in because if we're low HP, we get 80 from our Q. Our passive 50% crit is completely stacked up, so we get to push the whole thing in. And again, wave management again, we talk about wave management. So ideally, you don't want to perma push. By the way, Ambessa is a way stronger scaler than Tryndamere, just as a thing to think about. And you don't want to go like the classic Tiamat into, I mean, most of the time I'm not even going Ravenous these days, but you don't really want to go Tiamat, Ravenous, whatever. You want to go Vamp Scepter, so you can sustain through her pokes. You're rushing Bork here. Just dagger, whatever you have money for, boots even better. And now we are holding the wave. Meantime, this guy is 3-calling, but I'm not sure if she is. And look at the trick I'm using. So we are about to hit level 6 in 2 minions. And we have item advantage. Now what you want to do is space her Q. Sometimes you'll manage to, sometimes you don't. Depends how skilled you are. And we hit our level spike right now. As much as possible, we want to heavily trade now. Keep swinging at her. And even though we eat her Q, that's totally fine. Resource management, guys. I'm spinning in, I'm basic attacking. I know I'm going low on HP, but so does she. And I will have my ultimate to potentially die for, and I have access to the wave, and because you have access to the wave, you get to lifesteal of it, You'll also get to stack your Q for more threat or to heal. I mean your Fury to stack of Q. And as far as you guys noticed, again, solid pokes, not allowing her to like last hit the cannon with her Q. Again, like there's like a reason why I spin in there. Super nice. We W her. She doesn't have her Q in particular, so she can't really hurt that hard. Now she has it, but now we spin out, so this is still a positive trade for me. Velvet is both side, but I'm still trying not to check on the plant in particular. I think I will proc the... In here again, like we don't interrupt our enemy when he does a mistake, so I was either thinking I should go missing to get the plant, or B scenario, if I'm off, if I'm not here. I don't have particularly a lot of gold on me, but what she will do here, she will over push the wave in my favor because she will not have any of her dashes, and A scenario I can hold the freeze, B scenario we get to kill her, right? So that's the good part about like holding the wave here, is that if she doesn't have any abilities, the wave is again set up in a good way for you to all in, because you want to have space to kill her, you want to have space to run her down. Now we're holding the wave on our side. Sadly we don't really get like jungle attention when I'm freezing, when she's low, when she's whatever, but our jungle does get a lot of like value on the other side of the map. So if your jungle would be able to gank, that would mean that yes, it's even better. If they don't, that's totally fine, because you kinda play for yourself, so you could, you know, understand it as a nice little bonus. And wave management again, we hold the wave on our side. And she bought the plated seal caps, but that means that she has 0 damage through our sustain. So yes, she will sustain, but because we reduce her AD and heal, it's not that practical. Now it's good into Trinda and you should get it, but it's not that practical into like grasp short trades if you think about it, right? And look what she does. Again, she's brute forcing too much with sidestep her shit. She does pop her E, but I think I chose to not like commit further more because this seems like it's a bit cooked. And in here I greeded a little bit, so I went for the plant, sadly gave my spin up, and I didn't actually estimate this. Basically I didn't estimate this. I think this is like beyond the point of the video. So in here we get collapsed on, and I think I don't pop my R because she kind of surprised me with her W actually being still up like 1093 seconds. So I kind of slightly miscalculated it, and if I pressed Alt and E, I think I could be in a okay spot, but that was definitely a big misplay on my part. This is where I do get picked up, but so does the Ambessa, but I think this is like a little bit beyond the point that I wanted to talk about. So that's it for now, guys. Have a nice day and see you all in the next one.